Hey, I'm Wispy, and today I'll be doing one of the most well-known art challenges, Inktober. I actually haven't done Inktober in 3 years, I've just been too busy with uni. But lucky for me, it came around to the time where I have a breather this year, and I'm super excited to get started. But you might notice it's a bit late in the month for Inktober. That's because today I'm going to try and catch up all in one day. At the time of recording, I've had 12 days to catch up on. Along the way, I'll also share some of my Inktober tips, both for if you're doing it daily, or speedrunning it like me. Let's get started. Alright, I might as well just get started because it's already 12:30 and so here's the maths. It is the 12th today, so I need to do 12 Inktober prompts. That means if I do one every half hour, I'll get this done in 6 hours, which, you know, that's not the worst thing to happen, but then again, that seems like a long time to be drawing. So I might aim to do one every 15 minutes, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So these are the tools today. This is an A6 sketch pad because I'm definitely not going to be doing any big sketches. I'm also not aiming for anything too high quality either because that's just too much of an investment for someone who does not usually do like sketching and inking and stuff. This is my favorite ink pen, which I use for all of my inking projects. I have a mono eraser and I have a variety of pencils over here so that I do not run out. Alright, so prompt 1 is backpack. And immediately, when I saw this, I thought of Klee from Genshin Impact, because she just has the cutest little backpack. And away we go. Time to do some shading with my pencil to hopefully make this thing look good. Okay, that's the first one done. Yay. That unfortunately took half an hour, so I'm gonna have to speed up with the other ones. I'm actually going to skip to day 3, which is boots, because I already have an idea for this one. I wanted to do Jinx from Arcane for this one. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna do a pretty detailed boot. Alright, I'm calling that one done. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the previous one. Alright, discover. I can do another League one for number 2. I could do Israel. Alright, next is exotic. I might do a bird for this one. Okay, I found this funky image of a toucan and I'm just gonna draw that for this one. Okay, that is the bird. I'm actually quite happy with this one. I think it's pretty cute. The next one is binoculars. So I promise I did hit record for the last one, but for some reason it just didn't. But I did draw this in the same day. But I will be starting the next one, which is track. And I was thinking I would just do a little doodle for this one of just a little spaceship going around a planet. So while I'm getting these prompts done, here's my favorite Inktober tips. And remember, this is just a fun challenge and you can do it however you like. Number 1, do it small scale. You don't need to create a full artwork for 31 days. For me, it's awesome to do that with the prompts I really like, but this year's prompts were all very similar, so for those I just chose to do very simple illustrations. But as you saw with the Jinx one, I can get really into a prompt sometimes. Do it with your preferred medium. Ink might be in the name for this challenge, but in the end the aim is just to practice your art skills over multiple days. This means if you want to practice digital art, you should do so. This goes with all art mediums. I've seen some really awesome stuff come out of Inktober from different mediums, including 3D modelled works, and let's be honest, a black and white feed can get really boring. Rely on media if you run out of ideas. If you run out of original ideas, it can be fun to turn this challenge into an opportunity to make some fun themed fan art. For me, it's a fun challenge to come up with unique ways to interpret the prompt, but it's also fun to take it easy and just draw something you enjoy. So I'm doing all these stamps based on places in League of Legends. Which leads me on to my last tip, use your preferred prompt list. You don't have to use the official one. Let's be honest, some years the Inktober prompts can be quite dull, and I felt that especially this year. All the prompts were travel themed, but I feel like it was in the most boring way possible, with some of the prompts just being synonyms of previous prompts, like trek, hike, and roam. Some creators make some really awesome personalized prompt lists, such as fantasy, witchy, and Halloween themed lists. And of course, there's the fandom lists. I did one of these myself many years ago, a Wings of Fire themed one. These can be really fun for people deep in fandoms, and can make a boring challenge more fun. So for the last few prompts I was really losing steam, so these were the ones that were mostly fun doodles, inspired by simple tattoo designs. First is Hike, where I drew someone resting on a rock. Next was Sun, where I drew a pretty lady with a sun themed crown, among some clouds. Maybe she's a goddess. Next was Nomadic, and I drew a tiny Appa and Aang flying among some clouds. For some reason, I really had a lot of fun drawing clouds this time. For snacks, I had Japanese food on the brain. At first I wanted to draw dango, but thought that was too simple, so I chose to draw a taiyaki fish waffle. I tried one for the first time recently, and it was really good. And finally, my last prompt was Remote, where I drew a tiny log cabin with some spindly trees and some mountains in the background. Phew, finally that was all 12 Inktober prompts I had to do. So at the end of this month, I'll be posting a video telling you guys about how the rest of my Inktober went. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my traditional speed paints. Apologies about the blurriness, I was using my webcam. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this whole video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!